Well, you may not realize it, but visual effects, VFX, are all around us. That's right, VFX isn't just for movies and TV shows anymore. Video games, commercials, and even websites use visual effects to some degree. The demand for visual effects artists is growing at an alarming rate. In fact, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, employment of VFX artists is expected to grow by 21% from 2018 to 2028. That's much faster than the average for all occupations. No wonder that the industry has taken a giant leap, and with the involvement of new technology, there's a constantly growing demand for people with VFX. The scope of animation and VFX holds a promising future due to high demand. So, what exactly is visual effects artist? And what does it take to be one? Let's find out in this video. Hi, I'm Shirish Gupta, and I empower people to hack their success, rise above the challenges, and confidently create an extraordinary life they deserve. When it comes to visual effects, the movies have come a long way since the days of rear projection and matte paintings. Today, visual effects designers are able to create entire worlds that look completely real, and the best part is that they don't have to break the bank to do it. In fact, some of the most amazing visual effects are actually quite simple. For example, in the movie The Matrix, the visual effects team was able to create the bullet time effect by filming actors in slow motion and then speeding up the footage. The Avatar movie is one of the examples of movies that use visual effects to create its entire world of Pandora. Even the famous Marvel movies are high on visual effects. And yes, I do have to mention Marvel as I'm a big fan of the franchise and absolutely love Marvel movies. So actually, it's an exciting time to be in this career. But let's understand this first. What is a visual effects artist? A visual effects designer is someone who creates visual effects for movies, television, shows, or video games. Very simple. In short, a visual effects artist is responsible for creating the images and animations you see on screen. They work closely with the director to ensure that the final product meets the vision of the project. For visual effects designers, their job is to make the impossible look possible. Whether they are creating entire worlds or adding a few special effects, visual effect designers are responsible for some of the most amazing visual effects in the movies. From designing the world of Pandora in Avatar to magical fight scene in Marvel's Avengers, visual effect designers play a vital role in creating unforgettable cinematic experiences. Well, now let's take into the roles and responsibilities of VFX designer. A visual effects designer is responsible for creating the images you see on the big screen. They work with directors and other artists to develop storyboards and create visual elements using computer software. A visual effects designer must have a strong knowledge of the software as well as understanding of how to create realistic images. They also collaborate with the production crew to ensure that the visual effects are integrated seamlessly into the final product. A visual effects designer is a key player in creation of any movie, TV show that uses visual effects. Well, now let's talk about what are the different types of VFX artist roles or job positions available. Now, the first thing is visual effects artists are responsible for these following tasks: developing storyboards that show how and when visual effects are necessary, using software to create character and visual elements for movies, TV shows, and other productions, creating mock-ups for directors and film editors to review, collaborating with directors and other artists to understand the overall vision, managing teams of VFX artists, overseeing visual effects projects, serving as license between the production crew. And there are many different types of VFX artist roles or job positions. Some artists specialize in creating characters or animals, while others focus on creating backgrounds or landscapes. There are also those who specialize in special effects like explosions or fire. The goal is to create digital elements that look realistic, but are impractical, dangerous, expensive, or impossible to film. A visual effect artist might work on the movie like Avatar, where the characters are entirely computer generated, or they might work on more traditional live action movie enhancing the visual effects with computer generated images. Either way, it's a career that's both creative and technical. No matter what your specialty is, there's sure to be a place for you in the world of VFX. And not just the movies. In fact, these YouTube video channels and all, they are using a lot of these things. Now let's look at some of the top companies hiring visual effect designers. They are Walt Disney Animation Studios, Pixar, DreamWorks Animation, Lucasfilm, Veta Digital, Tata Elxsi, Red Chillies VFX, DJI, Green Gold Animation, Toons Media Group, and many, many more. Well, after this, let's move and talk about what skills are required for this career. Okay, any guesses? Well, the first and foremost, you need to be creative. This is a career that relies heavily on creativity and imagination. You need to be very creative and have a good eye for detail in order to make the images look realistic. One of the most important skills are drawing skills and animations. A visual effects designer needs to be able to create detailed drawings of the scenes that they are working on and then use animation to recreate the drawn scene on computer. They also need to have a good understanding of aesthetics so that they can create visual effects that are pleasing to the eye. Another important skill for a visual effects designer is photography. They need to be able to take photos of the scene that they are working on and then use those photos to create the visual effects. Moving on to the next one, a visual effects designer needs to have a good understanding of mechanics and movement. This is because they need to be able to create visual effects that look realistic and believable. And last but not least, a visual effects designer must have a strong understanding of the software they use as well as an understanding of how to create realistic images. A visual effects designer is a key player in creation of movie, TV shows, YouTube channels, video game that uses visual effects, and even these days with metaverse coming in, there'll be a huge demand for this role. Well, after this, let's talk about step-by-step roadmap on how to become visual effects designer. Well, the first thing is to pursue a degree or relevant short-term courses. Now, most VFX artists have at least a bachelor's degree in computer graphics or a related field like filmmaking, VFX and animation, game art and design. However, some jobs may only require an associate degree or even just a high school diploma. If you're interested in pursuing a career in VFX, it's best to start by taking some classes in computer graphics or animation. This will give you a solid foundation on which to build your career. Now, I've attached some of the links for you to do it online through very good universities. And some of the top universities offering visual effect designing program, like a degree programs, are SCAD, Pratt Institute, Maryland College of Art, Rhode Island, which is RISD, School of Visual Arts, California Institute of Arts, Academy of Arts, and all the other universities. Now, one important thing. You can enter this field without a formal degree, but make sure to learn drawing, animation, graphic design, and media technology. Some relevant subjects that you must study are related to number 1, art, including design, animation, illustration, drawing, and photography. Number 2 is basic knowledge of math. Then some science, especially physics and computer science. And lastly is visual effects. If you can learn all this through different programs, you could be all set for a career in this field. And to help you in this journey, I have attached some links to the top online courses that you can take and build your technical skill set for a successful VFX career. Well, the next step in your roadmap towards this career is to learn specific software and skills. Now, VFX artists use a variety of software programs to create their magic, including Photoshop, After Effects, Maya, 3ds Max, Nuke, Houdini, Mudbox, Unity. So make sure to get working knowledge on some of these softwares. And I have attached some of the best online courses for you to learn these software as well. Now, the next step is to build a strong portfolio or show reels with internships, projects, and work experiences. Now, your portfolio is another factor that will help you get hired by top companies. If you want to enter this career, you should start by creating your own visual effects projects and then submitting them to film festivals or online galleries. So start working on your skills and portfolios today to have a successful career in visual effects. Now, the next step is take up internships and job to learn and grow. If you want to be successful visual effects artist, you need to have work experience or internship in the field of visual effects and computer graphics. This will help you learn more about the industry and develop your skills. In most cases, a visual effects designer will need to have several years of experience working in the film industry or any other relevant industry before being considered for a top position. This means starting out in smaller roles and working your way up the ladder is super important. However, this also provides an opportunity to learn from some of the best designers in the business and hone your skills as well. So, if you're willing to put in the time and effort, a career as a visual effects designer may be well within your reach for sure. So if you're creative, enjoy working with computers and software programs, have an eye for detail, good at problem solving, and have a strong visual sense, then visual effects might be the right career for you. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to show your love by liking and subscribing to my channel, and also remember to share this video and my channel with your friends and family. I would recommend you to watch this video as the next video. I will see you very soon. Till then, this is Shirish signing off. Bye-bye.